I'm not actually kind of. Hey, hi!
Hey,
It's
baby.
Ramble Radio after dark. Everybody, look at us.
I know. We said we'd never do these again.
We for good reasons, but look, we
For
also have
good
a damn
reasons.
good reason to do this. This is number
Yeah.
431. First of all,
Ooh. Yeah.
this
How about
week it's
that?
going to be Westminster Dog Show ish,
A little bit. A little bit.
and God, you think it's just you and I?
Sure.
Yeah, he's got a debate to prep for.
Big
If
time.
he
They're
even's
playing
gonna,
golf. They're playing a lot of golf.
if his boy's even going to show, is a whole. And then how does he spin that if he bails on it? It's
Well, they're
Cody
kind of prepping
already.
it now. Cody's doing
They're
that.
laying the groundwork. Cody's
Cody's
laying the
doing some great
groundwork.
groundwork by sending out all the surrogates, going CNN's
Right.
anti-Trump.
This is they're just
Jake Tapper wants to. He
How
called
mad
him
do
a
you think?
Nazi. He called him Hitler.
Right. How
Smart.
mad do you think
Smart.
Cody was when that CNN woman just shut his girl down?
Probably fuming.
Hopping mad. Hopping.
I mean, I've
Was
only
it
seen
Dabney
Cody
Coleman
like
in 9 to 5, just the steam shooting out of his ears.
just
Do you think it was
steam,
that?
red face, steam shooting out of his ears. I think it's. I mean, I've only seen Cody, alt-right Cody, mad a couple times. And I'm sure
Well,
that was
the
probably-
election, the 2020
Yeah,
election.
the election.
uh,
The election was
Of
bad.
course, January 6th. He was
Well, not during January 6th. Very happy
the
during
lead up,
January 6th.
the lead up to January.
Right.
6th,
Then
was
he had
hopping
what he
mad,
thought was his
hopping
moment.
mad, hopping mad. Jeez, could we just get down to it?
Yeah.
I'm just gonna say something,
Okay.
and I hate saying it because
Okay.
I was so excited for this,
Okay.
saying it was gonna be like Rashomon, and then the Acolyte had started good, and I think
Yeah.
now it's safe to say it's fucking sucking, and it's like you're watching. I don't know who they call in to the Acolyte bullpen. I don't know.
I
if
don't
they
know.
have- because
I don't know.
the middle relief is falling apart completely.
Because I'm not like I don't think we're like those fucking chodes that are review bombing
They're
on
review
Rotten
bombing
Tomatoes.
it because of ridiculous.
Because they have small little white dicks.
Yes,
They have small tiny white penises.
Social things
Right.
upset them. I would give it a negative review because it's not any fucking good anymore. It
Right. The
started
fir- like-
off very good. I thought I would dare I say, Eddie, the first 2 episodes I thought were very good.
I thought
And
very
then-
good. So, like I said, we were talking about this. They went if you're looking at it, if you're framing it as a football team and a football
Right.
season, an 8-game season,
Yes,
which is what the season
this
is.
is an 8 game. They're 2-2.
They came out 2-0. Like, oh shit.
Right. Right.
That's
But they're two-
you know,
But the problem, and here's the problem if you frame it that way.
yeah.
These next 2 games that put them
Yeah.
in 2-2, they lost by like 38 points each.
They
It's
got
just
really
like,
hammered.
oh,
They got
God.
hammered.
These are blowouts.
They got hammered. They're
So-
now to me in the first loss, the third game of the season. They took a clobbering in the first half.
Yes.
But I thought they did some things well. They got adjusted. It looked like okay, this is going to be a bad loss,
Right.
but it's something we can build on for next week. That's what I
Yes.
was from that
Yeah,
episode. It was all
okay.
flashback. I didn't like it, but they planted some seeds. I'm like, okay, this could pay off later. Let's see what happens.
Can I add to this?
Yeah.
I'm even going to go as far as to say there were moments in the loss of Game
Yeah.
3
Yeah.
when it was bad
Yeah.
that I didn't disagree with the playbook, just the execution.
Yes. Yes, I agree with you there.
Because I got to say this right now. A coven of lesbian witches who
Yeah.
defect. That's the most interesting thing. It's the most interesting concept I've seen in Star Wars so far.
One of the most interesting storylines that you could have branched
And
off of.
they did shit all with it.
They just had an
I
Ozempic
mean,
commercial.
They just did the Ozempic dancing in the park shit. Tai Chi
But
in
there
the
was
park.
some like I said, there was like things, okay, we
Like-
can build on this. We can go
Yes.
somewhere with this. This is a bad, ugly loss, but there's stuff we can learn from here. Right?
Yeah.
And then you're expecting, okay, game 4, they're going to watch the tape. They saw what they did wrong. They're going to correct it. And they're going to come out strong in game 4.
But let's be honest. Showrunners on the hot seat now. Game 5 is going to be
Yeah.
showrunners on the hot seat.
There's some
Okay.
whispers. There's some whispers coming
They're
in.
already, they're calling.
Owners are not too happy.
They're kicking the tires.
I think we need to have a team
They're kicking the tires
meeting.
on Bill Cowher coming in here. They've already called him. They've called Bill Cowher.
It's team meeting time. I think. I think
Players
it's team
only?
meeting.
It's like a players
only team meeting time. I think.
Players only meeting.
I think the cast needs to get together and have a discussion about what's happening.
Let's hear.
Because episode 4.
That's the title. The Acolyte is in players only meeting form.
Because that episode 4, as much as I wasn't a fan of episode 3, there was parts of it where I'm like, okay, I see there could be some good stuff here later on. It's not paying off now, but it could.
Anything interesting, dude? I thought the dumbest thing in episode 4. Why, dude? Can villains just be fucking villains? Why does she? Let OSHA be the fucking hero.
Yeah.
Why can't it be more interesting that? And you can let me just try to articulate this. I think it would have been fascinating if this character, because of her family, abandons the Force, abandons learning to be a Jedi, but because of her family, has to use everything she's learned to stop and kill her sister.
Right.
That would have been there's some drama there.
Right.
But instead, 10 minutes into episode 4, the sister's like, never mind, I'm going to be a good person.
Yeah. It's my sister. I love her.
What the fuck is this?
I
mean, at least Kylo Ren killed one parent and tried to kill the other.
Yeah.
And at that moment, that was why it was my favorite moment, because you knew there's no going back for the guy. That's it.
Yeah.
That's it. It's
until
over.
they try to retcon everything in the third movie. But the first 2 movies, he kills his dad and hesitates to try to kill his mom, and the other guy takes a shot. But he was thinking about it.
He was ready to do it, and it's fuck me. That's one of the best shots in Star Wars movies. Okay, Vader looking at Luke getting shocked in Return of the Jedi, and fucking Adam Driver's face as he's trying to live with killing Princess Leia.
Right, and you see his thumb on the fire button, and then it just slowly moves off, and as it does, the other guy shoots.
Incredible. Now,
great storytelling.
And they have a chance, but they have to. Why does I know it's Disney, but why does everything have to be? No, let's all be friends. It's just let's have some bad shit happen.
Right, and again, I'm not giving up because we're 2-2. It's the halfway point of the season. They can still eke out a playoff spot. It's not over. It's not over. I'm not going to throw in the towel in the season. It's two bad losses.
But come on. Are you looking at the draft right now? Do you have one eye on the draft?
I got one eye towards April. Okay, I got one eye looking at April.
Let's just pretend there is a up and coming stud. Just an up and coming genius.
I got one eye towards Andor. Okay, I got one eye.
Let's just say for Acolyte, there's an up and coming, brilliant science fiction mind.
Right.
Are you just like, do we tank Acolyte so we can draft him or her? Is that what we do? Do we just keep Acolyte sucking so then we get the number 1 pick and we take him or her before Star Trek?
I'm not gonna lie. I'm looking ahead to Andor season. That's why I'm looking ahead to.
Dude, this is like those British. It's like the British soccer leagues where they have 2 seasons. You know what I mean? You're just like, hey, fuck this one. Let's.
Well, it's like you're a diehard football fan and your team's sucking. You're like, well, you know what? NHL's starting up.
NHL's getting going.
So I'm waiting for Andor season to start.
But
I'm not going to give up on it yet because they still laid some groundwork for some interesting things if they just don't have a repeat of a game 4.
Yeah. And here's one thing that bothered me is I disagree with the thought that poison is a weapon. And they said you have to kill a Jedi without using a weapon. And she did. Even if poison is a weapon, she didn't do it. That dude fucking drank it. So why does she have to have this challenge of kill a Jedi without a weapon when she already did? The other guy fucking killed himself. She did. She succeeded. And then this stupid, and then you have the shot of the Wookiee already dead. Like, this is so dumb. And
like, you built up this Jedi Wookiee, and I'm like, let's see him a little bit in action.
Let's see him fight something.
At least let's see him get killed.
Let's
see him get killed.
Let's see some fun action with this guy. And then it's not necessary to the story, But since everything has dragged to this point, like, okay, the Vader scene in Rogue One is a perfect example of something that was completely unnecessary to the story. But it was still fun and awesome to watch. So just toss us that while we're just dying of boredom here through this episode.
Right.
And then the other thing is, like, the final shot was interesting with the Sith thing popping up and shooting the girl out of the way and then just fight. But
well, what was interesting in that one shot, where the one part of the whole episode where I went, ooh, that was the only time I did that, is when he just went like this and she flew away. He just moved his fingers.
Just like that.
He just waved his fingers.
I also like the way he just, like a horror film.
He floated down.
He floated down like it was like a witch in a horror movie. I thought that was cool. And
then he just went, boop.
That was
gone.
awesome. And you thought, well, where was this? Where's any of this been?
Right.
And here's not to disappoint that cool moment, but in episode 5, when that thing takes off its helmet and it's the doofy alchemist buddy she's traveling with, it's gonna land like an absolute thud. It's gonna hit like a hippopotamus taking a shit in front of everyone.
You know what it's gonna be like? It's gonna be like that shot of him floating down and doing the finger flick. That was getting a 15-yard run or a 9-yard run on a third down, right? And so you're at 4th and 1 at the 50, and you decide to go for it, and him taking off his helmet, and it's that dude. You've now run a reverse, and you've lost 20 yards on 4th and 1. That's what that will be when he takes the helmet off, and it's dude.
Now they're sending the farm to block that fucking punt. They are sending now. They are sending everything.
I'm holding out hope that Sith dude or that master is not that dude, and they're playing us.
Right. And when I saw it, I called you, and we both agreed that the reason why is he's like the other Yoda. They're making him like Yoda,
the bizarro Yoda.
I'm a big old klutzy guy. Oh, look, when he tripped not even when he landed in the trap, but when he tripped at the beginning, I'm like, God damn it, he's a Sith guy. Because why they're going out of their way to show us that he's a fucking dork. So
now I'm hoping against hope that they are ahead of us and they know what they're doing and they planted those things to make us think, because they've hinted at him having being a little sinister.
Yeah.
And then being really dorky. Right. And so I'm hoping they're like, okay, we've got you going. This is our MacGuffin here. This is our red herring. You guys think this is the Sith guy, and it's somebody else. I hope it is. But none of the other writing in this show has got me thinking they're thinking that far ahead.
And let me tell you something else too. Just the way you put it, Eddie, this is going to very much upset you. But when you just said, I hope they're ahead of us, I hope. That's what every Dallas Cowboy fan says in the offseason. No, they got to know what they're doing. They got to know.
They know.
They know. They
know.
I don't think they do. And here's and I hate this because it's one of the most beloved things I've ever experienced is the falling in love with Star Wars as a kid.
Yeah.
And watching it. It's just this franchise deserves so much. It's gotten Andor, it's gotten Rogue One, it's gotten what was it? What was the second one? The Last Jedi.
Mandalorian. Last Jedi.
The first two seasons of
Mandalorian, I think. First 2 seasons of Mandalorian were solid.
So much horse shit. I'll give you
the
Rebels.
Second half of Ahsoka.
I'll give you Rebels. I'll give you the last season of Clone Wars. But
and the second half of Ahsoka was good.
It's just been so much fucking mediocre shit, and it sucks. This deserves look. I haven't even seen much of the new stuff. I don't even see how it's an argument between Star Wars and Star Trek. As far as just the quality you're getting, Star Trek is beating the shit. If you were just to put quality hours. And just, you know what I mean? To of how long they've existed. Quality hours.
I don't know. I never watched any of the Deep Space Nine or whatever.
I heard that was the best show out of all of them.
I never watched any of that. Picard was good. I enjoyed
Deep
Picard.
Space Nine, I heard, was incredible. Voyager was supposed to be incredible. So I would wager that it's just kicking the shit. I mean, it is oh God!
I don't know. We got Andor season 2, and I think that's when they're bringing out the big guns.
But that's gonna be. I think it's gonna be incredible. But then what? They're not gonna learn their lesson. They brought in a guy who didn't want to be there for Andor, and then he's gone after Andor, and now it's just going to go back to the same old shit. That's the only other problem. Andor is going to be I think it's going to be whoever is next in charge is going to watch those tapes and go, we got to do something more like this.
Well, I know Filoni was finally given control over everything, not even like a year ago, or maybe a year and a half ago. So I don't know how much in charge of Acolyte he is or was when it was being made, because I know they announced this show a couple of years ago.
Right.
So I don't know.
If
really
this
don't
is
know.
him, it's not good. And if Ahsoka was his baby completely, then he's 50-50.
He's 50-50.
And the shit before that, if he had anything to do with with Book of Boba Fett, if he had anything to do with the third season of Mandalorian, you're like,
well, we'll see. I mean, he's got what? Is there a fourth? They're working on the fourth season of Mandalorian. They're doing the movie Mandalorian and Grogu. We'll see. I mean,
man, it's just
they got some big games coming up. We'll see how they.
Look, I'm not. Look, here's the problem. I'm never not turning in my fandom.
Oh no.
That's the problem.
I'm going to keep showing up. I'm still not giving up on Acolyte. I'm
90% giving up, but I'm not.
I got
there
4 more
yet.
games to go before I call it.
See, if Game 5 is the same as 3 and 4, I don't know if I can. I'm still going to watch.
I mean, they don't have to hit out of the park, but I got to see better effort than I saw in 3 and 4. I got to see I got to see some effort.
For me, it's got to be a win. It's got to even be more than effort.
So you're saying they're must win territory.
The coach is on the hot seat right now. This motherfucker's
See, I'm not saying
fired.
must win. I just got to see better effort. I got to see Game 3. I got to see some Game 3 effort, not Game 4 effort.
Right. I to me, they better win this. I got to see a fucking W.
All right. Okay.
That's
you need a W. All right. That's where we're at. You need a W next week.
As good as this has been, we're going to have to, I hate to say this, but we do have contractual.
Sure.
Oh, God.
Yeah.
I'm already annoyed enough about, Star Wars. Oh, by the way, real quick, before we do this.
Yeah.
These wonderful people.
Ooh, what?
147 5-star ratings. Brand new positive text review.
What?
2 grown adults fail to make any salient point. 5 stars from the Peanut Butter Kid. It's delightful. 5 stars. Fuck yeah, Peanut Butter Kid. The Peanut Butter Kid. The PBK. Peeps. So there we go. Thank you, Peanut Butter Kid. Let's see what kind of run Peanut Butter Kid has.
I'm on the Peanut Butter Kid bandwagon right now.
I am. Me too. So there we go. All right, now to contractual. So please, now you get it. Subscribe, 5-star, positive text review. Be like the Peanut Butter Kid.
Be like the Peanut Butter Kid. Everybody.
Come on. Even if you shit on us, and we don't mind. We don't mind that you say we fail to make any salient point. We're okay with that.
We're fine.
We're fine. Just listen to make us.
We've done 431 of these things.
Right.
Maybe 3 points were made in the entire history of the Ramble Radio.
Maybe.
No, I do think comparing the Acolyte to a football season at 2-2, I think it's pretty fucking salient point. I think that's pretty on the fucking head.
That's let's sail
Peanut Butter
away.
Kid.
Come sail away salient point.
Right? Skeletor.
Oh boy.
We just had what we call here on Earth summer solstice.
Oh yeah. Longest day of the year.
It's the longest day of the year. Most daylight in the year. And now every day forward is going to be getting shorter until we get to the fall equinox when we have equal light and day. So Skeletor, I was just wondering up there on Eternia, do you do anything special to celebrate your summer solstice?
During the longest day, it's a challenge.
What he's trying to say is, for the longest day, he's got to give the longest blowjob. And he's doing wonderful. All right. Is that a way to celebrate?
I don't think so.
Longest day.
Eddie, go ahead and ask me where I put all the jizz I'm getting. Yeah, go ahead.
I really don't want to ask that question.
Where?
Where do you put all the jizz?
Hey, motherfucker, Gussie.
And believe me, there's a lot to put in there. A whole lot. A whole lot. This is why these late night ones we
got to stop doing.
We gotta really try to never do these again. Cinesnob Cody, please.
Let's get him on Rotten Tomatoes.
We need that. We need him on Rotten Tomatoes.
Right some wrongs.
Let's fix that. Eddie,
LaQuisha needs to be fixed. You
LaQuisha?
can find me,
Jesus.
LaQuisha, 5 days a week, patreon.com, The Ralph Report.
There, we have that.
Tuesdays, Fridays, Ramble Radio. Wednesdays, Ramble Proper. And then Fridays, I also got Not Today with Jen Sturger.
Go follow all of that.
Do it.
You can find me in the same Ramble locales. You can find Cody. I'm also streaming retro games. Retro Rocha on Kick and Twitch. I have some family visiting, so I don't know how much I'm going to get this week, but your boy just beat Ninja Gaiden 2 last night. How about that? Huh? That wasn't easy. That wasn't fucking easy.
We need Acolyte to take that sort of mentality into Game 5.
Thank you.
That's what we need.
Exactly. I should call them.
Call Acolyte and tell them.
Man,
pump them up. Give maybe a little pregame speech from Retro Rocha for the Acolyte.
I might have to. That's not the worst idea. But there we go. Retro Rocha, Kick and Twitch. My name on YouTube. Eddie and I have comedy albums that you can buy on iTunes. You can stream. You can listen to on Spotify. Whatever.
Yeah.
Find us. Crank us. If you happen to be listening to us on Spotify, take a picture. Send it to us. One of our comedy albums. If you happen to hear us on Sirius or XM
take a
when
picture.
you're driving around, send a picture. Let us know.
Tag us on social media. We love that
shit. We love you guys. Stay safe. We will be back tomorrow for a regular ramble. Until then, everybody. Bye.